finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, feel its softness.
Chocobo
Make a nice
steaks,
gift for your
chocobo
wife.
sausage, all from greens-fed farm birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Curatives, restoratives,
Look all you like, sir. It's all fresh. Picked this very morning.
Restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices, palmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments, poultices. Might I interest you in a potion, milady? Perhaps a soothing salve to ease the aches of the road? I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives. Unguents, ointments, poultices. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives.
5 years later. What the hell?
It's good to see you, Sid.
Eh?
What have we learned?
So he's going under Sid's name now.
Locked up in an old courthouse on the edge of town. And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain from this?
I'll have the captives free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them. Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Sid was. Just don't say I didn't warn you. You're Sid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
Oh.
But you're helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
It's going to be all right. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
It's him, the outlaw. Sid's here.
Come on! Summon
and the others. The bearers?
Safe.
Power of Thunder. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon Ramu's essence. Attuning with Ramu not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Thunderstorms and Blind Justice. Okay. That's cool.
Sid dies here!
Alright. Abilities. Alright. So we have Pile Drive, which is pretty cool. Blind Justice. Thunderstorm. Okay. Lightning Rod. Okay. Judgment Bolt. Whoa, that's cool. Alright. Nice. Alright. So 3 icons now.
Over here! Outlaws in here! Bring me his head! How many are there?
Alright then, fellas.
Titan sends his regards.
Whoops. This one. Ah!
This one.
Nice.
Enough
more.
of this! Let him play with the kitten!
The what?
They
Oh.
brought a pet.
Oh, it's one of those. Pretty sure that thing's in Final Fantasy 15.
You'll pay for what you've done, Sid.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster. Over here!
I can be fast. Yeah. Come on. Got it. Ah. Nice.
Over here!
Republican War Pig. Out, out. Trying to dodge. Got it. Out. Out. Gotcha. Ooh. That's how we end it. Can't believe he's gone. Bloody Sid. And the hideaway's gone. Both things I called at the same time.
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
What happened to Joshua?
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
True, he did say it'll get worse before it'll get better.
If you say so.
We should go.
I hope I didn't lose those side quests.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds. Home, sweet home.
It's a new hideaway. Home sweet home.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah, side quest is gone.
Welcome back, Sid.
Finish with that log, so
Look, it's Sid.
Staying long this time?
I don't know. Perhaps I should just have black thought.
And what can I do for you?
Ask about the past 5 years. It's really been 5 years since we left the old place. How time flies.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
We were all waiting to treat Sid to a hero's welcome when Kupkas locked her door. Not that we knew it was them. They just poured in like a plague of rats, cutting down anyone and anything that stood in their way. Blood and bodies everywhere. There was a voice crying out for Sid to save us in the midst of it all. I'll never forget those cries, try as I might.
You're our leader now, Clive.
Promise me you won't let anything like that happen again. Promise me that come what may, Sid will save us.
If you're gonna buy some, be quick about it. Finished, are you?
Right, yeah. What do you want?
11 bolt. You know, I'm gonna do it.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
How does it look? Yeah, okay.
What do you need? So, what'll it be?
Flame tongue.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
That's cool.
Clive? Not saying Fordian, do you? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Good.
Have you been to the toll?
What's this? Wall of Memories. The Oath. Ah. Okay. That's all I've got. Okay. Oh. Goblin coin. Okay. Alright, let's go speak to Otto.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Sid's daughter, I'm guessing. Speak with Vivian in the map room. You're wondering what this new board is behind me, aren't you? All in good time, my fearless friend. Okay.
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Here for another of my lectures. I do wish our lawsman would consider...
No, it says new though.
Ah, my favorite pew.
By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaways map room, Clive can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current goings-on in Valisthea. Revisit any of the Nine Tales past lesson, or take a deeper look at the relationships of those individuals in Clive's orbit. Okay.
One must understand one's place in the world.
You can view a detailed overview of current and past events relative to Clive's story. That updates as you progress through the main scenario. moved in.
I have the details here.
The Grand Cast. Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI. Alright. Okay.
The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Speak with Hippocrates.
Norseman Hippocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
Wait, what? There's no such thing as Moogles.
Aye.
But there's...
Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink, and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Okay. I think that's better.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown.
Now, I'm hoping all the side quests are still gonna show up. Because I missed quite a few. A letter from Gav. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. Ah, look at him. At least didn't do too much damage. The Republic army marches on the Empire on Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return, Gav. I might actually just turn this up a little bit more. Alright, I think... I think that's better. Maybe down a little bit. Shut up. Okay.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican
So how does
armies
that sound?
march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
Am I too loud?
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
No, I think it's okay.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an Eikon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
They do remember it was him.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion.
Nope.
I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I hope so.
And we must be ready when he does.
Because that's the thing as well. What happened to the girl he was with?
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
Damn it, Sid. Oh, Joshua. Look at him.
And so the North is lost.
that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Looks good. Love the Clive replica clothing.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all.
Yeah, haven't you heard a knocking?
Just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing.
Ooh.
Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Gathering storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
This does not sound good. No, so they're still in this area. Come on, Jill.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
And a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
They come from Mummy. I was about to say, where's Torgal? Alright, let's go. Oops. Really close. Actually, I just realised I haven't checked my abilities in a while. Probably should. 1,621. Oh, which means I can get get this one, restoring HP. Can also get this one, inflicts multiple hits. No, this one. Huh? Oh, almost 1,700. Oh. Nope, gotta go that way. Gotta go around.
Look. Up ahead.
Oh, it's Martha.
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Let's go, Jill.
Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one order of shields in this area, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
It's over. Over here.
Yeah, not happening. I might get that one as well.
We're not alone.
I know.
It's over.
Nice. Alright. The Abbey.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Yeah, where's the Abbot?
No.
Jeez.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
Come and arrest me. Uh-oh.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
Kind of cool.
On these our swords
Like the
we
black.
swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
Apparently not.
This won't take long.
Alright. Boom. You guys didn't even stand a chance. But you guys are meant to be difficult.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Breath of the Wind. Oh, reduce school down time.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
I was about to say, I didn't see him. Ooh.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
Oh.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cuttings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive?
Yeah.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The current's there is swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Release. Is that? Araman, rank C, bounty. Okay. Notorious marks. Every now and then Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While flight is an option, defeating those notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials, and maybe use to craft gear or upgrade existing items. Not only renown. Okay.
The thing has spotted us, Torgal. What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Oh, okay.
Nice try. This one.
Ah, bastard. What the? Okay.
Nice try.
Stag it. No. next time I stagger in, I might use the Ifrit ability thing. Got it. Nice, there we go. That was interesting. Yeah, because have we learnt about that green star yet? One in the bottom corner here, this one? I'm not sure. Is that all I got? It wasn't really worth it.
You didn't see that coming.
Dude. You're kind of gross. But kind of cool. Alright. Get this item.
That must be the bridge.
Another item. Down here. There we go.
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And
And
now they are
then
true.
massive explosion from Martha's Rest.
What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
No one survived then?
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
That was not.
You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumours started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right.
Hmm.
What these black shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
So, hang on. So, the mother has suddenly decided that all bearers need to die. Okay? Because they believe that the bearers will bring back Rosaria So is it possible that she's getting them to be hunted down because she's hoping Clive, or because she knows Clive is a bearer, and she's hoping Clive will... I wonder. Right, let's... Oh, hang on. There's a side quest here, I think. Is that... What is that? Is that a side quest?
We're not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now they're back, looking to settle the score.
Whiteheart.
Go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
So it was a side quest, okay. Why is it a plus rather than an exclamation mark?
We got you cornered.
I can't tell the side of the face.
You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they weren't.
Oh.
Where's
Why
Jill?
is that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right,
Yeah,
then.
good luck.
But don't say I didn't warn you.
Ow. Oh, I forgot about that. It's good. Pa! Nice. Oh, big fella. I should have used it on him. Alright. Let's stay with the guy. Ow! Gotcha. Very nice.
This one. Get him.
That's cool. Good night.
You're safe now.
Is that a scar?
Quite hard, I presume.
It is.
Do you know
It
her, boy?
is. Oh my god.
That scar. It couldn't be.
She's alive.
It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
So she survived. I had a feeling she did.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mound. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon
Saved
our
our
feathered
lives.
friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
No.
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
Joining the party.
Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Saddle. Eye patch.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you.
No.
That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Yeah.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, let's be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Yay!
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
The White-Winged Wonder. Ambrosia's Tack. Oh, displayed in the chambers. Cool. Chocobo unlocked. Nice. After 18 long years, Clive has finally been reunited with his faithful steed. Hold R3 while in the field to summon Ambrosia. X to mount the Chocobo. R3.
Come on.
Yay! Alright, gallop. R2. Whoa! And L2 stop. Okay, cool. Oh, this is cool. Love it. Oops. Ooh. Cool.
No mistakes.
Can they go? Nope. Guess everything's afraid of water. Alright, so it's down there. Alright.
Come on.
Nice. This will make things a lot quicker.
Run like the wind.
Yeah, so I'm going to assume all those side missions are gone. I really hope not, because that's stupid, but makes sense after 5 years, I suppose.
Easier than felling a forest, I said.
Right.
Trees don't have teeth.
Over here! Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head?
Mm.
And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
Hmm.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Straight into the mouth of the fire.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Hold on, have you, Gav?
Gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
All that's to do with the side quests. Otto's counter is now open. Alright, new facilities. Client reports, Patron's Whisper, the Hunt Board. Oh, it's the Hunt Boards that beat the bounties that we did. Alright, please, 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 please.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Oh, we got that music again.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
Hmm? What do you smell?
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Uh-oh.
We'll face it together then.
To the end.
So we're gonna learn Jill's past.
Come on.
So no, Jill's done things. Things she's not proud of. Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Not gonna worry too much about like small things you can battle. Unless it pops up like that. But, I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to get into a battle. Alright, Amber.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows?
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
Gaia Blade. No, nothing. Let's sell some stuff. There are... Here we go, Gilbert. 200. Okay.
Fare ye well?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Who's the other one over here?
What did those knights want, Father?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh.
Firebrands?
We were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Word is, Port Isolde's closed her gates to all but the Emperor.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit.
The Viceroy?
This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still
What did
don't
you
know
do
who
to
Black
Jill?
Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, Who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Oh, blood.
Blood, Clive.
I know, I just said that, Jill.
It's still wet.
Someone went over. Toggle.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel.
Yeah, Matt.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
All right, Shakespeare.
Say that again.
Please don't.
I'll show you a true shield to protect.
Yeah. You guys really aren't that hard. I was expecting more. Especially from the commander. Captain, whatever he is.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing
They're looking for me.
message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Clive, a little bit faster. There we go.
Find something, boy. Death.
My mother, I swear to God.
Found her.
Jesus.
This was my mother's doing.
Was I supposed to recognize them? I'm not sure.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
I cannot wait.
Yes.
No, Jill. What have you done?
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-friends dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Fuck off! Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said,
Uh-oh.
where are you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
It's not. Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Uh-oh.
Or not.
Alright, have it your way then, fellas. This was what I wanted to do. Yeah. Enemies bested.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Is that?
Blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Wade?
lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is.
Wade!
So Wade.
Did anyone die?
You can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Yeah.
As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready.
So she lost Joshua.
This is their main host.
And decided to make a new one.
If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Yeah, so Bahamut is,
I imagine this endeavor
Blight's
will
brother.
require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke? You are welcome to what little we have managed to
Really?
salvage.
No.
It has been an honor.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, The Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
So Tyler must have died. I suppose with his wound.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Let's do it. Black or white? Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind a hideaway. Okay. Party makeup's changed. Yep, so Wade's guest. Alright, let's go, guys.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Oop.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastard.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Straight home now.
Let's do it.
What is
Howdy,
it now?
fellas.
I told you. We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come!
How dare you?
Die along with your flame!
He is more than just a dog.
Forest area! Forest area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Hey, fellas. Oh, go on. I'm out. Ow. Ah. Oh my god.
More dragons.
worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Alright. Well, that does a lot of health. Ooh.
A noble
Hello.
stand, albeit a misguided one.
Another dragoon.
In taking it, you have but proven our point. that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
All right. Ow.
Nice try.
Stagger in. Nice.
So wait! There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Ow. Ooh. That's better. That's pretty nasty. Got him. Level up. Very nice. Dragon Talon. Imperial Link. Okay.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well.
No.
She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Nice.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I'm just getting so many badges.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Oh, we got it quick.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
It's a weird way to walk into a room.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Hello.
Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
I'm now really worried he's going to die tonight.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived.
Yep.
And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
What have you done, Jill? What have you done?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill. It's not that bad.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive.
Good old fire and ice.
I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now,
I get the feeling this game's going to end horribly.
The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.